Um, well, today, as you can see, oh, sorry. Okay. I just had something from a different stream up there. I'm going to show you how to draw. Well, it's a certain way, but, anime-ish, my style of it, how I draw it. And we'll just see. Here we go. Pencil. Pretty much all you need. Pencil with an eraser. I prefer mechanical pencil. Let's see. There. I prefer mechanical pencil, but there. I gotta make sure this is running, because sometimes it doesn't like to, sometimes it does. Also, any paper, I have notebook paper there. So basically, today we're just gonna go over a couple things just to show you how you can draw these. So I'm just gonna use this notebook paper for now. I haven't drawn the anime in this, so. No, I don't want that. Alright. We are live and it's working out, so. Basically, here's your paper. I'm gonna turn the stream back on so I could look at what I'm doing. So, I'm just gonna be showing you how to draw probably the basic head shape and also eyes, just facial features. Let's turn this all the way down. Now I could see the chat and everything and see what I'm doing. So I'll do it like I've turned a little bit. I'm right over here. And I'll just keep it so that you could see, but I'll also have it out of the way. We're gonna start off with the head, which that's all I'm gonna be showing you, but really all you want to do is just roughly draw your head shape. It's a little bit light. I'll keep it zoomed in a bit. Let's look. Yeah, there we go. So, when you do this, if you're following, it'll make it a little easier. You just want to draw your basic, like, circle. It doesn't really have to be perfect. You'll erase and refine it later. Now, the sort of shape of it is a little bit difficult. You want to go from the sides around here, and you can adjust it as you want. But you just want to, like, bring it down and then, like, sideways. So you can see the two angles I'm using. See, that one's a little bit too much. Basically, it'll be like that, and then keep So that's not perfect right now, but this is just the basic, like, this is the basic shape of the head. Now you can start making it, finding the line you want to use as your head, so maybe getting rid of some extra lines, the outline, and then if you want you can use a then the stuff on the inside. Now if you want you can use something. There's also another way I'll show you after I draw this. I'll just quickly show you. So you could see now I have the rough draft of the head. And that's the basic shape of the head. You don't want to draw too dark so you can erase stuff. If you have any mistakes or things, you can always erase and redraw. So you get something like that. And once you are happy with something like that, let me zoom you in a little bit more. You could start drawing like the eyes and stuff. So there's different ways you could do this. You can do this where you make like a T shape. I don't usually do this, but it's a good way to, like, the eyes go round where the two things are right here. And then the mouth would go round there. So, I bring this a little bit down, actually. So the eyes would go, like, right there. Now, there are a couple of eyes. It depends on what kind of eyes, what kind of person you're trying to draw. Usually, a boy, I would draw something like this, where you, here, I'll flip the page. You just draw, usually it's like something like this is a little bit steep. I'll draw two sort of different, same style. Both of them you do the same thing. This one's like, this one I would usually draw over this one, so you'd usually just make like a little end out, extend this, and then as you like go down you taper it so it gets closer and closer, and then stick a little bit out the edge and you get this eyebrow. Now I'll make it a little darker. And then you'd erase like your lines and stuff that if you messed up or anything. And then you would go like this, and then color this in. And now you have your eye. It's a little bit big, but that's the idea. You'd make it a little smaller, and then that would be for a boy. If you're drawing, actually, get this back out. If you were drawing a girl, there's a couple of things I already have pre-drawn, but I will redraw them. So this is a book that I drew all these eyes. Right. That's failed. Here, this is the book of like the eyes. So these are a bunch of different styles. I never use these, but these are good for a beginner. You draw basically a like rainbow thing. Draw a whole rainbow and then connect a line, and then you just erase the corner. And then you just draw a semicircle oval in the center, and you get that. Okay. So, I was just adjusting the stream. I had to take away something. This is my favorite eye to draw. I like this one. It looks really good when it's on people. This is what I draw for girls pretty much every single time. It's pretty simple to draw. One side goes a little bit farther down than the other. You can see the right side does. And then you bring it over like a C or something. If you turn the paper sideways, you can see better. This is more like a C shape. Not full C, but then you do the same thing as up here, but upside down. Then you could do like your shading and stuff, and then find the bottom line. I do eyelashes sometimes. So let's show an example of drawing this. I would go like start on the edge, and how big you want them depends. I'll draw it a little big so you can tell, kind of, so you can see it better. Something like that. Then the bottom would go like, it would look like it's connecting. And then you leave this big gap over here, sort of something like that. Go down, basically a basic eye shape. You add your little shade up here, and then this goes like that. So like a little crescent inside this circle, a little crescent thing. And then you would add anything else. This gets shaded in. So it's dark. And if I spend more time, it would look better, but then you start dark and you start shading until you go really light, and then you get to white, and then you do the same. And that's about like the eye shape. Another thing that I do is when I make my eye, I do it like this, where one of the sides goes like this, sort of like that. Then the bottom's like, actually no, not that. So this side would be like that. This is the side that goes towards the nose, sort of. Then you would like, if you actually connect it, it helps a lot. Because then you could erase, and it looks more like naturally made. Not made, but like, you could tell. It's a little nicer. If you just erase this and like add the little things like that. Or you could leave it a whole eye, it doesn't really matter. Then for this one, I go like the same thing. I go down, and then right here I add like this big crescent shape again. And that adds the eye. After you do that, you add your, I did make this one a little big, but you add your shaded thing, adjust, and then you shade in this whole thing black. I would normally use Sharpie for this because it gets a really nice black, but and this is a little bit easier. I sort of didn't do the other one too well, but that's what I usually go for eyes. And that's like what I draw for girls, so I'll draw that here. Basically when I start this, I don't really start with a specific eye. I do get rid of that. I sort of could tell where the eyes will go, but it just depends. So something like that, you could always adjust. Usually when I draw this, I don't draw the bottom, because I will this time, though. So now you just adjust to how you like it. And that looks pretty good. Sort of make the edges sort of come together, like go down, and so it looks sort of like a like the eye is round. So it looks like the eye's round. Then after you do that, you just add, I'm gonna add the bottom. And then I'll get rid of the edges to make it more like the style. Now you want to round the bottom. Sometimes it just looks better with the eyes full like this. Because what you don't want is the eye, if the bottom of the eye that you make, if it's too straight, if it's not curved enough, then it looks like a saggy, like not enough sleep eye, which is a good if you want to make a character like that, but not usually. It's sort of like weird. It doesn't look that well. So I'll just draw in. Now when I usually draw, I don't go in one stroke. It's like a little at a time. So keep on the same line, but let's see which one looks better. It makes it, like, it gives you more control. Okay, I think I'll copy the other one and go all the way down. And then so it's not perfect, but you could tell. Now with this up here, you want to make it so that it goes, oops. So you see that it's not touching the right edge of the wall. Both of them are on the left side. It's not touching this side of this part of the eye, but it's almost there. So it's sort of touching it. It's touching everything else except for the right wall. So there's like a little bit of space where you can see that. I'm going to grab, you can use pencil if you color it dark enough. But I do have pens. They're all black. Or Sharpie. Sharpies are pretty cheap to get. You just want to make sure to test them. This one isn't good. I do have very thin pens too, but I'm going to use the Sharpie just for the demonstration. So this is the most, like, basic thing. Most basic face. And I'm going to show you my smile I use. It's, like, the most basic everything. As the beginner video, I like to outline the whole eye. And if you're doing this on a sheet of paper, make sure to put a piece of paper under it, because it'll bleed through onto whatever you're drawing on, and most likely leave a permanent mark. It dries pretty quick, so you can go right in with your eraser and erase the underline of it. It looks a little nicer. And then this is where it, like, gets better. Start to color in around the white oval at the top. You want to keep that white and color around this. Try to keep it as much as a circular shape as you can. So if this sort of like like Sharpie does bleed and most markers do. So you get something like that, which is a nice like anime style eye. And there's like other ones. I'll show you how to draw them all another time, but for now this is what I'll draw on this face. And if another way to draw the face, if you don't like the way I just showed, if you want a certain size, or if you just want it to be perfect, you can grab a, let's see, circular object, roll of tape, something like that. Draw your perfect circle. Perfect circle. Wow, my lead doesn't want to do this. Alright, perfect circle. And then from this circle, let's get into view, you can just grab the, move it like here. You can go onto the edges and just start, like, go onto where the sides start to make the circle. And I usually do this if I'm giving away the drawings or something. It makes it a nice, well, it's a perfect head. Add the chin and stuff. And there you go. You have a perfect head. Very easy. You just get rid of this line, and you could start drawing your face and your eyes and stuff. So it's a very easy way instead if you don't want to make the loop and stuff. It's also more like precise. So this head's not perfectly round. It's sort of, it doesn't matter if you're adding hair, but if you want a bald guy, then. Now, right now you do not want to Sharpie the whole outline because you will mess that up, but the next thing, usually this style is, since I'm drawing a girl, the nose is like a dot, basically, like that. It's kind of sideways, just dot. And then the mouth is, I usually draw it something like, try to make it as straight as I can. If I'm just drawing any person, I give them this, get their like teeth, and that's my basic like smile I do with most of them. I'll make it easier to see. So that's like the basic thing I do. Looks like they're smiling and they have their teeth on the side. That's the nose and the eyes. And the hair is like a harder part, but I go with a longer hair. Let me zoom back out a little bit. Okay, you can still see that. Alright, I think that's too zoomed. Like there's good. So, with the hair, you want to go with the Sharpie, definitely. I mean, not the Sharpie. Do not go with the Sharpie first. You want to, when you, I can't talk. The top of where your head is, you just make the bangs. You can make them like, or jagged, like, different kinds of, like, messy, sort of. I do this usually. It's a lot easier. So, I'll just zoom in and out. you could see this better. This is what I do. It's just a part, basically. It's a part. And after you do that, you want to find your height of your hair. If you want like a big hair, I go like about, I don't really know, a couple centimeters above. Grab a ruler. If you really want to be specific, a good height is like 1/4 of an inch or something like that. Or a couple centimeters. It's really just however you want it. There's no specific like thing, but you do that right above this line. So right above the line that goes left, you make a little you curve onto it. Something like that. Then from here, you can get rid of your dot because it'll look weird at the end. You try to keep the same width, distance away from the head, and then draw straight down. Now I'm trying to draw towards you, but I should probably not. So after you get to the side of the head, you just go straight down. Try not to curve in or out too much. Then from the other side, you go from about halfway of the first curve. So it's a little bit less. And then just go down as far as you want the hair to go. This is a good length. Now just make your little adjustments. And now, the head, you erase. And leave. You leave the part that's connected to the whole thing. You leave the hair, and now it looks like it's just the hair there, and the head is now gone. So you could see the hairs like that. If you wanted to add ears, they would be in front of the hair, but it would be something like around the eye level, like a little less than the eye level. Just go up and then down. So like a half of a heart. So like that. It's not really that good how I drew them, but you can experiment with how big or small they are. And now after you do the hair, you can start adding the bottom. So this is just like crazy, since no hair is like you can make it a perfectly slightly curved line, and that would also look good, but I usually just make a variation, something like that, and then so the hair's cut. It's not perfectly straight, but it's not that bad. That's like a random thing. Now, after you do that, you just add whatever details you want. So, like, random parts make the, like a line that goes slightly higher than everything else. So you get, like, more detail. Then I usually do at least one of these on most of them. Erase a little bit. So there's, like centimeter gap. And draw this line. It's as long as you want, but I go really short. And then just loop it like this. And that's like a hair like sticking out. So that's good for if you just want more detail. Put one on the other side or something. You could put one up here. Nice, that looks pretty nice. And then you just add like little lines and stuff. This can be random. Hair's random. So, there. That's your basic face, and I would do this I'm going to outline it all in Sharpie so you could see it a little better, and also that's how I usually draw it because it's like a cartoony. Now when I usually outline stuff, my hand doesn't like to be steady. Like, it's pretty steady throughout drawing, but when I try to outline right on the line, it's kind of messy. It's not straight. It doesn't really help I'm talking, losing my focus, but I'll try to do this without messing up much. Now the thing about the hair, if you do mess up, like, hair's not like a perfect, it's not usually perfectly straight down, so you'll be fine if you mess up like I did. Now only use the Sharpie when you're like, I probably would have done a little bit more, but you could also like skip the part where you put the lines in the hair and just go right to the Sharpie and do it, so you don't have to erase them. But after I'm done with this, I just erase everything if I didn't already erase it. Try to get all the original pencil lines out, and you get this basic outline of a basic character. And you could change the mouths to expressions and stuff. Also, usually the faces slightly change from boy to girl. With a girl, it's a little bit pointed. The chin is a little bit more pointy. And a boy, like this example, is a little bit more roundish. So you sort of round it off. And that shows that's just a little bit of difference. So that's how you do this. I'll show you how to draw a body. I'm not too good at them, but this is a boy's body. So I don't really know. I might not. Well, maybe not. I'll try. I know I'm not that good at it, but you just want to draw two really random, sort of close together ovals. And then your distance down. You draw this. Keep going down. Actually, I'm not gonna draw this. I'm not good at that. I am not good at drawing the bodies. So that's the end. That's the tutorial. This is, I could do more. I'll do a boy. I'm not good at doing the hair of them, but I like doing the eyes. They look pretty cool on certain things, like balloons. I've drawn the eyes of them just on balloons, and right after this I'll probably do a art supplies and an overview of basic art supplies you need for certain things. So I'll just end this stream, and I'll start the basic art supplies thing. So see you guys.